Howdy and welcome to Cereal at Midnight. My name is Heath and this is a spotlight on a record store day. I've got 9 releases here that we're going to be talking about, and full disclosure, I'm recording this the night before Record Store Day because I have these titles sent for review and to cover, but I'm embargoed from talking about them until April 22nd, 2023, which is Record Store Day. To find a participating record store in your area, visit recordstoreday.com. Head out, support your local record shops, support some really great independent artists, and pick up some great music. So my stack is going to be a lot bigger than 9 titles, but this is what I can talk about today. So we're going to kick it off with Romeo Void. If you've been following my channel, you know I just interviewed Deborah Ayal, the singer from, songwriter and the singer from Romeo Void, and it was an incredible interview talking about the punk, post-punk, new wave scene of San Francisco 1980, which is when this was recorded, November 14th, 1980, from the Mabuhay Gardens, which was a famous historic venue for that kind of music. And this is an incredible release. It's on opaque Galaxy Blue vinyl, and it's gorgeous. It just looks beautiful. And it's a good pressing too. It's got a great sound quality. These liner notes from a friend of the band are fantastic. To quote Deborah herself, the liner notes are worth the price of admission, and I agree. Sir Douglas Quintet, Texas Tornado Live, 1971. So this is on a 45 RPM vinyl. Again, sounds great. If you know the Sir Douglas Quintet, you know what you're getting into, but it's sort of a it's country, alt country by way of California. There's a lot of the psychedelic influence on the music, but it's also got that sound that was emerging in the early 70s. It's really good stuff. And if you're a fan of this band, or if you're just curious about it, I highly recommend you pick it up. It's a great live set. Tough crowd. I think the liner notes even point out that it's a tough crowd, that they don't... they're not giving a lot back, and he seems like he's maybe sweating a little bit during some of his banter, but really good stuff. This is black vinyl, so there's no reason to take that out and show you. This is Eddie Money, the covers. So this was released in 2 different EPs back in the, I think maybe it was the digital age, maybe even CDs, I'm not sure, but it was 2 different EPs with 4 songs each of covers by Eddie Money. He's got 2 Beatles covers on here. He does Ticket to Ride. He does... let's see. She Came In Through the Bathroom Window. Drops of Jupiter here. I'll just hold it up and you can see all the Eddie Money. All the songs Eddie Money is covering here. But it's basically the first EP is one side. The second EP is the other side. If you like Eddie Money and you want to know his take on Roadhouse Blues, right? Or Give Me Some Lovin', that this is for you. This one blew me away. This is Bossa Nova at Carnegie Hall, which was a concert event in November 21st, 1962, and it tells the story via the liner notes. This is why we love records so much, right? We love the tangible aspect of putting them on the turntable, having the large artwork, but reading the liner notes while we listen to the music. So the history of this event, really bringing in all of these Brazilian musicians to Carnegie Hall, it was incredible. And the musicians were like so many musicians showed up, and pretty much everybody just got to do basically one song. And so this is this night captured forever, and really great music, showing how, one of these albums says somewhere like music is the universal language. And it really is, because you can see how like jazz, Brazilian, there's this melding pot of all these different sounds. The Addicts, 5th Overture. So this is... if you know, we'll talk. I'll show you the yellow vinyl in just a second. This is a different cover. If you know the Addicts, they were running with this like Clockwork Orange theme. They were really leaning into like the bowler hat aesthetic, this whole look. This is the departure where they pretty much just went new wave. And the Addicts have always had these relatively like positive lyrics and things, but anyway, this is probably the most commercial Addicts album, and it had a different cover when it was first released, and this is sort of maybe atoning for some of the things that didn't necessarily catch on at the time of its original release. And there's a lot of new photographs here, again, so different from the Addicts that fans know and knew at the time, but the music is really good. It's a really good they're really great musicians, and the songs are great. This is the yellow vinyl, which is really fun. Looks good. And then we have more jazz. Charlie Parker, The Long Lost Bird Live Afro-Cubop Recordings. This is a 2 LP set with some really great musicians. Check out the musicians that are featured with Charlie Parker here. And it's, I don't think these were, yeah, it's just standard black vinyl. The liner notes here are pretty informative too. They've got a contribution from, is this the first one here from Keith Emerson? Yeah, the first was Keith Emerson from Emerson, Lake and Palmer. And then we have another entry from Corey Weeds, who's the owner of Cellar Music Group. Here's another jazz one. This comes from Reel to Reel here. There's the hype sticker here. Never before released live 1960s recordings from the Madison Club and famous ballroom in Baltimore. It's hand numbered, 180 gram 2 vinyl set. This is I got number 406. It's over 100 minutes of music. There's like 25 minutes per side here. There's the set list with the running times for each song. It's about 25 minutes per side, which is a lot of music for a record. But here's the two LPs, black vinyl, and I want to show you guys. Make sure I'm showing you everything. Look at this booklet. The Left Bank Jazz Society. This is dense with text. This is those liner notes that I'm talking about. When you get something more than the music, you get some history with it as well. I mean, this is really, it's really special, for lack of a better word. It's prestigious. It's just really special. So, you know, with Record Store Day, what they do is if any stock is left on the day after Record Store Day, they use, a lot of the websites put it up on their website. You can't sell that stuff on the day of. You have to sell it the next day. So usually Sunday at like 7 a.m. You can find some of it online. What's left is online. Phil Ochs, The Best of the Rest. This is rare and unreleased recordings. So if you know Phil Ochs, you know that this is they're protest songs. This is a protest song. He was also a journalist, and he was it's a fairly sad story because he left us way too early. But this is a collection of 2 LPs, basically demos. You know, they're really stripped down. It's usually just him and a guitar, maybe him and a piano. There's a couple of live broadcasts, and there's actually a few things that have been unreleased, previously unreleased. Take It Out of My Youth, previously unreleased. I Wish It Could Have Been Along. This is previously unreleased. And again, fantastic liner notes. And then last but not least, we're actually not done, so don't go away yet. But this is Husker Du Tonight Longhorn. This is a collection of 3 different nights live for Husker Du. First night's July 6th, 1979. Then July 16th, so a year later, 1980, Tiger Night. September 25th, 1980, Home Rock. That takes up 2 sides. And this has an incredible contribution. The liner notes here are written by Thurston Moore from Sonic Youth. And it's breathtaking. There was a passage here, it was like 1 long sentence. And I wanted to see if I could find it and talk to you guys about it. I wanted desperately to hear what everyone was up to all over the planet as far as new music. And after realizing the new sharp sonic sparks were being shot out into the airwaves, exploding from fictitious vinyl grooves and fat ferrous oxide tape, sluicing across magnetic transponders by bands like the aforementioned Minutemen, Black Flag, and their outsider pals, Saccharine Trust, turning 1981 into a magic charge of springboard hope and glory, made me feel that Sonic Youth was a mission in league with the vanguard of new light intelligence. That's 1 sentence. But it's packed. It's amazing writing. And this is another one that's, a lot of these are taken from tape sources, but given what they are, they sound really good. So if you're a Husker Du fan, these are really great, raw, fairly early recordings from the band. Now, if you aren't, if you miss out on vinyl, if you miss out on some of these and they sell out too quickly, some of these are also coming to CD. There's an album here that I don't have the vinyl of because it wasn't available for me at the time of this video, but there's this Muddy Waters Hollywood Blues Summit live at the Ash Grove, July 30th, 1971. I've listened to this CD. It's a great set, absolutely great music. But this is hitting vinyl, and if you missed the vinyl, there's a CD version available. Same for the Phil Ochs recording. Also same for the Charlie Parker collection, and as well for the Sir Douglas Quintet album. So that's what you need to know, and that's just what was sent to me for review. So that's what I'm doing. This is the review video. But man, I have like, I don't know, 15 albums on my wish list. It's actually probably closer to 20. I'm gonna go to my record store, take my chances. I think I'm gonna be standing in the rain, but we do it for the love of vinyl. What are you picking up? What's on your wish list? What did you get by the time this video goes up? It is record store day, and you have hopefully been to your shop or are about to head to your shop. You're going to pick up any of these releases? If so, let's talk about it in the comments below. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Take care. Until next time, I will catch you later.